Today, 15% of the questions asked on Google have never been asked before. Since 2003, Google has answered 450 billion queries. Every day, 1 billion hours of YouTube videos are consumed and 3.2 billion images are shared online. But, can I ask you a question? How old is our universe? It's a question the human race has attempted to solve for centuries. Can we ever really know though? If the answer is yes, then the pursuit is justified in our common sensibilities. But what if the answer is never found? What if the problem is never solved? Does the question become redundant and the pursuit of finding an answer meaningless? Would that make the pursuit of finding the answer less important? Maybe the very act of asking the question is just as important as the discovery. When it comes to knowledge and education, perhaps the outcomes we expect are too tangible. Do we measure the success of an endeavor by its outcomes? What if we are conditioned to figure out an answer for every question put before us, and to feel a sense of failure if we cannot? You can get an answer to your question at the push of a button. You don't even need to type it in anymore. But why are we seemingly satisfied with quick, easy answers that rob us of the journey of discovery? It is far too easy to Google, "How old is the universe?" and get a face value answer than it is to delve into a beautiful journey of discovery. Perhaps we're doing ourselves a disservice by settling for quick and easy answers to our questions. Information demands our attention every day. How much of what you see and hear do you actually engage with? How much actually goes in? Perhaps we have trained our minds to ask safe questions that we know we will get an answer for. What would happen if we were a little wild with our questions? What would it do to society? I think it would be safe to say solutions would be found to many questions, but perhaps there would be more to it than that. Perhaps it would give rise to a generation of people who are not just willing to learn, but who are eager to embark on the journey to discovery no matter the outcome. Why do we value unanswered questions so much? What makes us shy away from unanswerable questions? Is it possible for curiosity to be a goal and not just a means to an end? Is our success measured by our answers or our questions? Does a bad or silly question exist? How do we ask questions? How do we answer them? How old is the universe? Perhaps how and why we ask a question are just as important as what the answer is. It isn't that the answer is any less valued, but perhaps we should learn to value questions just as much as their respective answers, and value a question regardless of whether there is or ever will be an answer. Voltaire said, "Judge a person by their questions, rather than by their answers." But what do you think?